As a multi-millionaire, I will never own my house, ever. Actually, renting is the smartest financial move I have ever made. Homeownership is one of the biggest scams. And this is coming from somebody who has made over $10 million in real estate. Homeownership is often seen as the height of financial success, right? It's the American dream. 2 cars, 2 kids, 2 dogs, white picket fence. It's ingrained in us from an early age. But in my opinion, homeownership needs to be looked at way more carefully. It shouldn't be this mindless goal that we aim towards just because it's been fed to us. In this video, we're going to discover if homeownership is truly the right thing for you. We're going to uncover 4 traps of homeownership and why I personally think that everybody should break this golden rule of wealth. Trap number 1, it's a headache. Being a homeowner is like being a captain of a ship, while being a tenant is like being a passenger. As a homeowner, you are responsible for everything in your house. If something breaks, like a pipe or a window, you have to fix it, which could be expensive and time-consuming. As a tenant, if something goes wrong, you just tell your landlord, and they take care of it. Homeowners have to deal with things like property taxes and maintaining the property to keep the value up, which means more work, more headaches, instead of paying rent and living comfortably. Being a renter frees up your time. Instead of fixing a leaky roof or mowing the lawn, you can use that time for activities that can make you more money. For example, you can work extra hours at your job, start a side business, learn new skills online. If you want more information about this, I have a whole YouTube video about this. You can just click the link up here. Or you can invest in turning a hobby into something profitable. Renting often means fewer responsibilities. So now you have the mental space to focus on career goals. So renting is actually a strategic choice to help you earn more money. With the free bandwidth in your mind, you can do more important things. Now you might think, Eric, I have more time and energy as a tenant, but it comes at a cost. I would pay more in rent than for a mortgage. There is a price to this convenience. And to that, I say renting is actually cheaper. Trap number 2. It is more expensive. When deciding between buying and renting, people often compare rent payment with monthly mortgage payment. And they're going to choose just whatever is lower. But that is flawed logic. It's missing a huge component of the equation. You see, because your down payment is tied down to the house. You can't use it for anything else. And what if that down payment could be working harder for you, earning more money for you? Let's nerd out on the numbers for a second. Situation A, you own your own house for $500,000. You put a $100,000 down payment. Your mortgage payment is about $3,000 a month. And if you were to rent a house similar to yours, it would cost you $3,500 a month. So by owning your own house, you're saving $500 a month, which means your $100,000 investment is saving you $500 a month, which is a 6% annual return. Now in situation B, let's say you rent a similar house for $3,500 a month, and you use what would have been your $100,000 down payment and invested it into a rental property. And that rental property would generate $1,300 a month in net income, which is 15% annual return. Now let's compare the 2 situations. Situation A, you're paying $3,000 a month for living. Situation B, you're paying $3,500 a month minus your new income of $1,300 a month. So it's only costing you $2,200 a month. You're making an extra $800 a month in situation B. This difference of $800 is what we call opportunity cost. By missing out on a better opportunity for making money, it's literally costing you $800 a month. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that buying, renting, and managing rental properties is easy. It took me 2 years to figure out a good system. So I actually created a company with my son called Flip System. This is where we help other investors start and scale their own real estate investment business. So if you're interested in leveraging our contacts, knowledge, and process, head to flipsystem.com to learn more. We've already helped over 500 investors start their own real estate investment business. So now at this point you might be saying, so Eric, isn't owning my home an investment on its own? It may not have high returns, but it can appreciate over time. And to that I will say, your home is not an investment. Trap number 3, it's a liability. Many people wear the homeowner label like a badge of honor, believing it's their biggest asset. but your home is not an asset. I recommend giving Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad a read, and you'll find a very different story. Your home, as it turns out, is more a liability than an asset. See, an asset should be creating returns for you. So as long as you're the one living in it, it's not creating any money for you. It's just costing you money. Some people might mention appreciation as earning money, but until you sell it, that's not money in your pocket. It's just a potential value, or as we call it in the investment world, unrealized gain. You can only access the value if you put more debt on it or sell it. It's inaccessible value that doesn't improve your life, and yet you still pay all the bills it generates. Now, the worst part of viewing your home as an investment is how limited you are in your investing options, which brings me to the last trap. Trap number 4, it's limiting. If you view your home as an investment, you are limiting your flexibility as an investor. I want you to really think about that. If you have to live in your investment, it's going to have to match your standard of living. You may want to live in a particular city, neighborhood, layout. And it's not just about the numbers, it's how you emotionally feel. You might love a home that's a bad investment. So you either have to sacrifice what you love or the quality of your investment. You can't have your cake and eat it too. There is no flexibility. If you rented, you would have the freedom to live where you want and invest where it makes sense. You get to take your own living standard out of the equation. Now it's just a numerical decision. Now you can invest in any country, city, zip code, and see where you can get the best return. Now, on top of flexibility, there's more mobility. Owning a home can anchor you to a spot. Imagine landing your dream job across the country. With a house, you're stuck in a lengthy selling process, perhaps selling it in a down market, or potentially missing out on this life-changing opportunity. In this scenario, your house turns into a ball and chain, limiting your mobility. For example, I was renting in LA, but I wanted to move to Miami. LA has rising crime rate, high taxes, and overall it had a lower quality of life than what I saw in Miami. And because I was renting, I could just pick up and leave. I didn't have to find a buyer, see if it was a good time to sell, maybe having to do some renovations and clean the place up. Nothing. I just left the same month I made the decision. See, what most people don't realize is there's a big difference between living in real estate and investing in real estate. There's so much to consider when becoming a homeowner. But now you understand the true cost of ownership, and you can make a more informed decision. I personally never regretted my decision to rent. My life has been so much better since I made that choice. My money is working harder for me, I have more flexibility of where I want to live, and I could try a new city every month if I wanted to. I have no headaches to deal with. This approach may not be conventional, but it is calculated. Now, before you go, I got something special for you. I've compiled all my insights into an ebook. It's called Stop Trading Your Time for Money. If you have Amazon Prime, you can actually read it for free. It is packed with strategies on building wealth you've never thought of before. You can click the link in the description below to download your copy. Now remember, I don't make any money doing these YouTube videos. It's really just a passion of mine to share knowledge. I am literally only here to help you make more money. And if you want that too, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one.